Hey guys, it's Hayden here making another video. Today's video is a little bit different than videos I normally make. In some ways it is different, in other ways it's not. I feel like I always try to be genuine and sort of authentic with you guys, but in this video I'm a little bit more casual. I decided to make a painting the day I shot the video, so I decided to sort of talk before I started painting, when I put the gesso on, which is basically a kind of coating that you put on before acrylic painting. So I sort of spoke before that, and then I showed sort of a video of the actual painting process. And don't worry, it's sped up, so you don't have to watch like 20. It took me like 30 minutes, I think, to paint or something. Yeah, so it's a little bit different setup. Hopefully you have as much fun watching it as I did making it. So I'll get right to it. I've been kind of in a weird place recently. I've kind of been hard on myself. I've been, hard on myself to some degree. I have a tendency to put a lot of expectations on myself, and I get like ideas of what direction I want to go in for a certain thing, or sort of how I should be, or how like what kind of person I should be around different people. And sometimes I forget to just like check in with myself and return to sort of who I am and what I'm feeling in the moment, and giving time and space for myself. You know, that there's a reason that I say take time for yourself and seek your truth, because that's something that I struggle with, on a regular basis. So that's something that I'm working on right now. Part of me painting today is part of that self-care and self-reflection and doing something for me just for fun. I kind of got stuck in a routine of wanting to do things perfectly and do things kind of in a way that things ought to be, I guess, from my expectation, like I was explaining. And so just to remind myself to just be kind of more free and flowing and let things kind of happen. There doesn't have to be like a strict thing. Like I don't have to do crafts if I don't want to. I don't have to, make videos if I don't want to. It's really up to me. It's my life. It's my journey. So that's something that I'm kind of working on, and letting go of some of those tightly held concepts and ideas of myself that kind of accumulated up for a few weeks or a month or so. So getting into that mindfulness aspect. And there's a few things that sort of help me understand that, or to remember again the importance of that, and reconnecting with sort of my inner space. I forget the first one, but the one that I experienced yesterday was I was watching a meditation video on TV. I think it might have been on Gaia or something. My roommate has Gaia, so we watch some things sometimes. This is about meditation. And she mentioned that meditation, generally she starts off people with like focusing on the breath and sort of, focusing on one object or focusing on one thing. But she said one of the things about meditation is you have to be able to experiment and to explore on your own and develop your own kind of techniques, your own kind of modality of meditation, because only you know you, and you can figure out like what practice works best for you. So what works well for somebody else may not work well for you. And so I realized that I had pigeonholed myself into sort of like focusing on the breath mentality. Like I need to do that meditation because that one is right. And I realized like, hey, that is, maybe I'm not, I was there at one point and that was helping me. And this is just a metaphor, because like it's not necessarily about meditation, but it's more about like how I'm perceiving myself and how I'm moving in the world. The breath was important for me at one point, so that was serving me at that point in time. But then now it's like I have to find something new and different, something, because I've changed, I've grown a little bit. what kind of practice is going to be helpful for me to keep going. And that's always how I've kind of been. I don't necessarily stick to like one thing specifically. I learn a little bit about it and then I kind of move on, gain the knowledge that I've learned from learning that one thing, and apply it to the things that I do moving forward. So I don't necessarily linger in one spot. I kind of learn some pieces. I'm like, okay, I kind of feel like I've learned what I needed to here. I'm going to move on to the next sort of practice or modality or whatever I might be learning, and that applies to pretty much anything, but particularly like my spiritual development and things like that. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is I kind of have been realizing this for a few days, and I forget exactly what the first sort of realization of this was, but I knew I kind of felt off. Like I kind of felt like angry and a little bit grumpy towards people and not really centered, not like myself. And I was like, what's going on, Hayden? Like, this isn't really you. And part of me like didn't really want to settle down, and that's because I was trying to settle down in a way that was forced or structured or sort of the way I thought it should be, instead of allowing it to naturally dissipate in a way that was organic and more natural. So I didn't allow my mind to be relaxed enough to experience another way of possibly letting go or relaxing. So that's what I'm doing right now. All right, here we go. We're starting at the beginning. The process of painting this was kind of fun. It's funny because when I was painting the painting, at first I kind of went into it free flowing and not necessarily worrying about like what I was doing. But I started to like the way the painting was looking, and then I got worried about like messing it up. So I kind of like got rigid and wanted to like do it in a certain way. Which is kind of what I talked about before I even started painting, is what I'm trying to learn right now is to not try to, hey buddy, hi, we're making a video right now. And I was trying to make it perfect. So learning how to let go of that and just free flow with it and just let it happen was part of the painting, but it's also part of what I'm working on right now in my life. So this was a nice little reflection and practice and exercise for me, and it was fun. So I'll show you the final product. This is Oliver here. He's my roommate's little kitty cat, and he's adorable. Right, little buddy? Yeah, you're a good boy. And this is the final product. Bada bing, bada boom. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and listening to sort of what I'm going through. Maybe it'll help you with where you're at or give you some insight into something that you are working on right now. So, with that, I guess I will, if you have any questions or comments, I don't know where I have any questions about this, but if you have any comments or would like to like the video or anything like that, go ahead and do that. If you'd like to see more videos that I make, you can check my channel, Informal Inquiry, and then hit the subscribe button. If you want to receive notifications, click on the bell button. And as always, guys, make sure to seek your truth and to take time for yourself. And I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you watching. I'll catch you in my next video. See you later, guys. Bye for now. Buddy! Meow, kitty cat.